everyone, and welcome to Chat with Nene Alice. Today, Adenaya so with two powerful women, two powerful church women when are leaders them within the church, and we don't they work with women and we get wealth of experience, particularly when it comes to work with women. And I want for let them introduce themselves and talk small thing about themselves. So the first person where I get now, Mrs. Ethel Sandy. You go introduce yourself to viewers then I chat with Nene Alice.
Ina Ethel Sandy, lay pastor wey dey serve na United Methodist Church at Shopping Memorial. But principally, me na the National Women's Coordinator of United Methodist Women in Sierra Leone. I don go through the ranks. I don serve women as local president, assistant president to the position where I do attain now.
Thank you, Mrs. Sandy. We also get Mrs. Sarah Jallo, when you serve na a strong church woman leader and you get a wealth of experience. So, Mrs. Jallo, you can introduce yourself.
My name is Mrs. Sarah Jallo, Miss NSC. I happen to be the national president of the United Methodist Women's Organization of the Sierra Leone Annual Conference. Before I reach to this stage, I go through all the stages from local president to district president onto Wusai I attain. Me na also the district president of the Moyamba District Women's Network, where 66 women's groups are the network with. Na Moyamba District na Salon.
Okay, thank you for the introduction. Today, I just want to talk with the woman there because of the kind of experience we then get when they work with women. For let them tell we what it mean for the woman support in company woman. Because we see that they are the challenge, but we can't see. Sometimes they will pull ourselves down. Sometimes they will do on side. We can just scatter ourselves no more. And people then will say, "Hey, now woman, then you surprised when they don't scatter or when they make progress." So because I don't work with women and they know the value where they bring, where woman they supporting company woman and where will they able for move for go before. So Auntie Ethel, I want to start with you.
Well, woman then we don't dey land. Now United Methodist woman then will sing, we dey go before, we know they go behind again. Wetin do? We don't learn the value for support each other. When we dey run the activities then now, we all dey look up to the company. There's nobody too low, there's nobody too high. We all dey operate at virtually the same level. All man they come in with new expertise. We respect the one way sabi talk. We respect the one way sabi cook. We respect the one way something that local food ne sabi cook past all. We respect the one way get skills from the smallest skills with beadwork to the highest skills still woman the way we get. And when we all can at the women's organization, we all dey look ourselves as one. Nobody know the way passing company. Now it make you find out say amongst United Methodist women, we dress code na virtually uniform. T-shirt Monday, T-shirt Tuesday, T-shirt Wednesday, T-shirt Friday. Even when we know they in T-shirt, we dey in local district uniforms so you can gather. Waiting do because we want to create that level of equality so that no matter how high you be, looking at President Buren with, no matter to me, you not they at the same level as the janitor in West. We get try for ascertain that one day. And when we do that, we find out say we give the woman then greater confidence. We can feel very proud when we dey amongst man them. Them man them can say, hey, them woman them don't pass we or we say they try for walk up towards them because we dey support each other. You know, they pull the company down. We know say it's natural for let person look. But then when you don't value, you don't esteem them up, you know they look the company down. So now self-esteem, they will look towards for them. What happened there first? Because my sister said, yeah, now we virtually work in the same organization. then we go talk about the organization first before we go forward.
So Auntie Ethel, I like the part where you dey talk about the diversity for say let's say if you na president in WEF or you na janitor in WEF, where you come na the women's organization, we all dey the same level, we all dey do things at the same level, we dey respect all each other in expertise. But I want to talk how inclusive that dem process there dey, because sometimes dem dey people dem go say dem sit down no more and take that decision dey follow we all can go, or na dem sit down and take the decision follow we all work to assist. Some of you no dey work to assist, you know that kind thing dem dey. So Auntie Sarah, wetin you want for say together with regards to the inclusiveness wey this women's organization dey talk about?
Like my sister say, maybe before this time, we been dey take decisions on their behalf. But we just change that kind system there and make sure say for every stage where we dey go, we do consultations. You know, we get everybody to a meeting. Therefore, we get executives, we get district executives, when na then young people will then choose. Because na they choose them people then when they take decision, they know say they take the decision on them behalf. So, and thank God because of the technology where we don't dey now, all them forum they we are in, we dey discuss na the forum and we come to final conclusions where once we don't take that decision, we know say it dey flow. Because when we take one step, we ask them, say, una consult una members them. Then the members can in turn react. So because of that, the things, you know, as women, we know say we get a little bit waking just when a part of the challenges where we get is just natural about women, but we don't dey try for grow above that. So much so that the problems wey we get before this time, it don't dey minimize because of that inclusiveness. You know they take decision for person. Allow him, let him take his own decision. So much so that when they take their decision, there are times we can don't agree on something where it can, it hits them, then they can say, oh, God forbid, now we don't say. Because now we be don't say, it easy for let all man go that way. But if now we no more, now the national executive, now we take that decision, it is anger. They know they accept and say, because the awareness don't dey now. Everybody aware of a rights, a responsibilities, you know.
Auntie Sarah, thank you for that. I want to come to Auntie Ethel. Because in woman work, the thing but power, it always they show. So I want to let you explain how we they transfer power and how we they give power to other people then for let them also feel empowered and let them join the process system where we they follow now the United Methodist Women's Organization.
The United Methodist Women's Organization, they begin from the local church. You get the local church executive, when a woman they will vote for the executive. Lately, the president of the executive, any executive, it become a member automatically of the district executive. The district executive, now the woman they meet, then they choose the executive. When they choose their district leader, they choose all the other executive members. Okay? And now so you move up the ladder until you enter the national executive. So it hardly ever gets a situation where we just at random they bring other person come when they don't get executive experience from a local church into the national executive. So that you are well versed in women's activities, you are well versed in the way things should be done, you are well versed in, even if you want to come with an innovation, now something where you don't learn when you still don't be made well, you come with fresh innovation. So we have experienced members as we rise up the national executive. And power. woman, the executive get power, but you always conscious say you are subject to other people dem. So power, so we, you the leader, and you na the boy. So you find out say we wey dey at the top of the executive, if I don boy for you wey dey bottom, of course natural you dey find out wetin how I dey lead. So we no dey get power, we no dey seize power. You being a leader no get power. Wetin you get rather na responsibilities. Sarah responsible for let the entire Sierra Leone annual conference woman the activities go well. Me self responsible for let I work with Sarah let all activities go well. So we are not pulling against each other, we are rather pulling towards each other. So that way nobody is in power, but we are in joint, we are in partnership with each other. So we know they really get power issues at all. We know really they get them. They may occur in little areas, but in the larger areas we know they get them because you know meet them up, so you wait the bottom, you know go start.
Thank you. So I just want for talk about how we go bring the young women then come up to the level where we don't be. Because I don't know our other women's organization where we just get maybe for mid-40s they go up and then at the organization. And where the organization make provision for women the way they 30 and above. But then 30 to 40 years, they know they come. When we ask the waiting do, they say, hey, me and my mama will know they didn't go. And then woman and they not believe in we. You know, then kind of feedback then they will get. And then they terrify we, then they make we not able for day outside and day. So I don't know Auntie Sarah, what you go get for say to that day for ensure say we bring young women and come more into the women's organization, because you know now we they move and we get for handover to the younger ones them. So waiting at the strategy or mechanism then where the United Methodist women they use for ensure say they bring young women and come and become very active into the women's organization.
Well, for everything, especially in organizations, is continuity. Anything where you think say the previous executive been done start, when you watch and say it good, you go on with that process. You build on the experience where you get from that person, waiting at the elapses for let you work on them and develop them for let you succeed, let you succeed as an organization. Before this time, the coordinator will be there. He make sure say he draw the young woman them. We been get youth and young adults. The young adults, then you go straight into the women's organization. But then when we find out say the young woman them they lag behind, they bring in the young women's network. But are so grateful that the previous executive try for draw the young woman them. People like Una not be not even reach the age for go into the women's organization, but because of the method call una come when we get programs we invite una to them programs, we go ask una say una chair the programs, we make sure say una feel free with we, you know, una self they come, una create some activities just for make sure say una be part of we. There and then immediately that process begin change wherein una they withdraw from the women. Like right now we there with the young women dem. Now the gathering we dey present.
I see say una dey with them and una dey give them support.
Yes.
And all that, and that's not for encourage them, for let them come into
them.
the
We
women.
want let them feel free.
Yeah.
Now we all go pass like how them go dey pass now all the pass together. Let them just feel free with we. And like I tell them on the official opening, if you not talk with mama, who that you dey talk with? Who that you go talk to?
Yes.
And now that they cause the problem even in with society, because we not don use for talk with we mama dem.
Yes.
So as Christian women, we get for draw we begin dem closer. Like now, some dey get issues when dem dey come, dem discuss with we all sit down, we tell dem we own experience, dem sef tell we wetin dem dey go through, and through that we feel say that one wey dem dey think say no, we no go dey with we mama dem. I think dem don dey change am small small.
Yeah.
Me and you dey play,
Yeah.
nobody knows how far we don comot.
Yes.
Before this time, no, I would say I big for you far
Yes.
far away, you are my student, why should you come closer to me, you know, and make myself big? No, unless I tell somebody you are my student at Harvard. Huh?
Yes.
So because of the kind relationship wey don dey exist between me and you, so na the same thing we dey do na the churches. We bring, we pikin dem, we small sisters dem closer, because we know say tomorrow we dey tire. Very soon we all
You
stage.
get for handover.
We get for
So wetin
handover.
na the thing wey I don learn from this talk wey Aunty Sarah dey talk, because we dey see that there as a challenge for say young women dem no dey join women's organization even outside the church. Then other women's organizations dem wey dey go on, we no dey see dem dey take part there. And we really want young women for come on board, because until we work together in group, we no go able for face this patriarchy wey we dey face now with society. And we get so many challenges that we get for do with that. And Tete, you want to highlight one or two of them challenges then they where it can with women. So even all this one they do, put on effort inside and ensure say young women in kind side. Just give me two of them challenges the way you can face.
One of the challenges I will call self-esteem. You see, so many of the young people then they will not get self-value. They looking self say I'm not sabi. Sometimes you not been get educational opportunities early. So you looking self say I'm not fit nothing. You looking self say who than me? Look Auntie Alice. Look how much certificates we get. Look the kind motor car we get. Look the kind office we get. Look a man. Look a picking them. So afraid for shoot me away. So we dey try for build up their self-esteem. If you get opportunity for just sit in a young women's network programs, you find out it's all about building their self-esteem. It's all about teaching them that Ruth been get self-esteem from Naomi, even though na model. If follow Naomi ideas, he walk along Naomi rather than against Naomi, and in the end na him come for turn for save that family. We dey see say we young woman dem now dey come, we dey look at them funny say dem beauty pageants wey dem dey make. It's funny because it's all fun, nobody dey really give prizes for that day, but e dey build him self-esteem, e dey build him confidence. Dem go laugh am if you talk about English, but because you don get that confidence dey, you no dey afraid for go improve on himself, and dey move on, continue for move on with the group. That na one thing. Financially back again, we dey try for build up the esteem. The woman na we dey bear the brunt of the financial problems, because boku of woman dem, even the one dem wey get go tell you say na minimal amount dem dey give. They go tell you say I don pay house rent, I don pay light bill, so go carry you 5,000 for chop money. They go expect for it beef and pizza. So we need for empower the woman dem, for make them able for know say I can reach beef and pizza. If na potato itself at the plant here, I go able for sell am and get something for add. The pikin dem go able for eat well, the man self go be happy na house. So one principal thing what we dey do na the women's organization and for build self-esteem at all levels.
Okay, thank you, Auntie Ethel. I just will try for round up. But Auntie Sarah, you feel to say hope day will be able to sustain this women's movement so we don't begin build so?
Definitely, I know say we must reach there. By God's grace, we will get there. Because with wetin we dey see, how things dey go, we sure for win one day. The process may be slow, but then self they ginger themselves. Even this morning, when they share their experience, one, two of them come out and share their experience. Somebody who is so small, you watch herself, you know what even think say it don't do school. She is a professor, and it tell them a story how far it go from a poor background. Somebody else come, he tell a story. He say it's not just about the internet, social media, Facebook. He said, let we go out to into the internet and find ways and means for let we upgrade we self. And he offer himself. He said, not to me papa, Isaba will make a travel out. He said, he said, I'm self-fend for myself. So with all their experience and then ready for push themselves, you see, with all, especially then gatherings, where then they come, then they meet with their colleagues, then they see how exposed their colleagues then they. Definitely, me, I just believe, say, we must win. Yes.
Okay, so win. As we end this talk, I just want to talk to any woman where they out there, where feel to say if you come and be part of a women's group, you go feel stigma, you go feel discriminated, you not go feel included, you go feel say they go discriminate against. But it's a hope day. Because when you can at the women's group, then you will be very assertive, you will learn to be assertive, you will be empowered, you will get more information, we will make you strong. So I just want to follow we put we hand them together in solidarity and say women will win. So after 2, 1, 2, women will win!
In Jesus' name.
So if this is your first time tuning in to Chat with Nene Alice, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and don't forget to send in your comments because together we can